This year's Sundance Red Carpets coverage is brought to you by Blake Christian, Certified Public Accountant. Get all your tax and financial needs met at hcvt.com or call 435-200-9262.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying your Sundance. We are here at another red carpet premiere. This time it is the premiere of Luce. It's a film by director Julius Ona, and it addresses some of the most important issues affecting our country today: race, class, and equity. Let's find out more.
I play Coach Reeves. I'm the track coach for the school, and you kind of see like his treatment of the team, and the individuals on the team. So you can see a bias in him, and it's just a social thing, I mean? Some of us are stuck in a little groove that we might have to get ourselves out of, you know what I'm saying? So you'll see that in Coach Reeves' character.
A lot of reading. Fans Fan Know was a big part of the film and a big part of my prep for the movie. So I read a lot of books. I wrote the paper Luce writes in the movie. I watched a lot of documentaries on being a child soldier and all that stuff. And just having a lot of conversations with people that have different walks of life than me.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I feel like Kenny Orlicki's like got a big heart, and so he's just there trying to make him feel good. He knows that there's all this noise around Luce, and he knows that like everyone expects big things from him, and so it's interesting because, I see Luce and I'm like, I don't totally understand your struggle, and I don't totally understand Deshaun's struggle, but I'm a good person and I'm just trying to do the right thing. But I think it's a naivete that a lot of, honestly, white people, deal with and need to be aware of.
It's a story that I think is always going to be important because these issues have been there and they're now in the forefront. Before the current situation we're in, they were underneath the surface, but I think now we're in a moment where there's a younger generation of people who want to be able to define themselves on their own terms. And it's time to change the system and how things work. So I think it was so important now because that's where people are. We're just telling a story that's meeting the culture where it is.
For me, it was really, really hard because they are so almost stereotypical in the way that they've been written for me and Naomi. It was right down to the costumes and the house that they lived in and the life that they lived and stuff, which was intentional. And so that we found ourselves, in a way, just I suppose seeming to make fun of ourselves personally as actors, me and Naomi. Plus, we have a fantastic rapport, me and her, which was a shortcut for us. But really, what the most challenging aspect of it, and the most intriguing aspect of it for me when I read it, was it asked some very serious questions of me as a white person, and I thought that was something to take on. I quite like that.
Unless we start to self-reflect on our own assumptions about identity and race, we're never going to move the conversation forward. And so for us, making a movie that was provocative in the way that this movie is provocative, trying to talk about the ways in which identities intersect was really important for us to engage in that. And so, it feels like now is the essential time to engage in that.
Listen, we're in a time right now that's not, racism is real. People don't even know when they're doing it. It doesn't have to be blatant. It doesn't have to be obvious. But, hopefully this movie's here to show you that in certain moments you don't think you are, it's happening.
I wanted to be a part of the creative group that started these conversations. I think that are important to have in our zeitgeist right now. I don't know how much to say because people haven't really seen it yet. So I'm excited for people to see it. I'm excited for people to see Kelvin Harrison in such it's a powerful role.
That it's important to ask questions, that it's important to check yourself and think about your perceptions and how those perceptions affect other people. This is a movie that's about investigating yourself and thinking about how you fit into creating the culture we live in.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for our red carpet coverage of the premiere of Luce. We'll see you at the next one. Be sure and keep it tuned right here to Park City Television for much more.